Hello and welcome to Critical Cousins. My name is Jacob Nash.
And I'm Matt.
I don't know why I just introduced myself. We haven't done that before.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
We've referred to each other by our first names, I'm sure.
That's true. Now they have my full name, so now is even more information about me on the internet. It's just every episode there will be more information about me. It's spread on the internet. Anyway,
Sounds like a plan.
I like how we're already starting by not being on topic. Okay, so
That's what
this
we do
is
here.
this is a new segment that we are doing. It is something that my counterpart and cousin Matt has devised. Matt, what is the name of this segment?
This segment is called Trailer, Trash, or Treasure, where we watch a movie trailer and we decide if the movie looks like trash or treasure.
That's pretty much it. So, Matt, what trailers did we see?
Well, we saw the two most important trailers of the year.
That's right. We
saw the Rogue One trailer.
Yes.
And we saw the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them trailer.
That's correct.
Did I say that right?
You
Fantastic
did.
Beasts and Where to Find Them?
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Okay, it's kind of a mouthful.
It is. It's a little bit. That's that classic J.K. Rowling quirk that that we
Long
enjoy.
titles.
That rolling whimsy. That's what that will be referred to as from now on. Expect to hear about rolling whimsy when that movie comes out.
Is that coming out this year? Or is it coming out 2017?
We should have paid closer attention to the trailer.
We watched the filmy bits.
That's some rolling whimsy for you. I want to say it comes out in November, but it could be completely wrong.
So before Rogue One?
Sure. Okay. So we watched the Fantastic Beast one first. So let's talk about that first, I guess.
All right.
So Matt and I are both monster Harry Potter fans.
Huge Harry Potter fans.
It's almost depressing.
We cannot hang out for more than an hour without talking about Harry Potter twice.
It's true. It's true. Like, it is a constant topic with both of us,
Yes.
I think. I think it's because it's played a huge part of both of our childhoods.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it makes up like 80% of my heart, I would say. It's
At least 80%.
At
of
least
his heart.
80%. It's very, 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 very near and dear to us. Of course, again, just growing up with it and reading all the books and watching all the movies and just obsessing over all the tiny details and the relationships of the characters and everything, and what could have been, what should have been. We talk about everything with Harry Potter.
We'll talk about Harry Potter in depth another time.
Sure, yeah, we can do it. Well, that'll be something.
That'll be something. It'll be a special.
Sure,
It'll be a Harry Potter special.
We'll do a whole Harry Potter special for it. It'll be 8 hours long, so
If
get ready
not
for that.
longer.
If not longer. That's us like trimming it.
Yeah. Edited, it'll be 8 hours.
Yeah, that's me just cutting out the crying. But anyway, okay. So the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them trailer. So first things first, Eddie Redmayne. You're not a fan.
Just something about Eddie Redmayne just bothers me. I don't know what it is.
I think it's the quivering. I think that's gonna be
That's one of the many problems that everyone has.
If you've seen Les Mis, one, I'm sorry, and two, you know that the way his mouth is just it's so hard to watch. That's like my Eddie Redmayne.
Yeah.
My Eddie Redmayne impression doesn't actually say words. It's just
you don't need words.
You don't, because that's what he does. I mean, he was very good in the very mediocre movie, The Theory of Everything.
The Theory of Everything is the least good Best Picture nominee of the last 3 years.
Possibly. Very, very just forgettable.
Textbook
biopic.
Textbook biopic.
Totally by numbers. And then he was in The Danish Girl, which looked like even more Oscar bait, so much so that I didn't even bother.
Did not want to see it.
If you ask me, Alicia Vikander won the Oscar for Ex Machina, because I didn't bother with The Danish Girl. All that being said, I do think he has talent. I just think he tends to get cast in very Oscar-y, pretentious things.
Or Jupiter Ascending.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Possibly his best performance.
Is most entertaining. so far.
Have you
I'd
actually
say.
seen Jupiter Ascending, or have you just
seen
seen the
enough.
Eddie Redmayne bits?
I've seen enough. I've seen enough.
All you need to see is the Eddie Redmayne bits.
That's true.
So the actual trailer, I mean, we'll see when we get there how Eddie Redmayne actually is.
Yeah, it's like you can't base a performance off a trailer as much as I often want to.
Yep.
Potential apology to Margot Robbie. We'll see. But please prove me wrong. Like, I want movies to prove me wrong. I want to have a good experience, especially if it's taken by surprise.
Did you hear that they spent millions on reshoots for that movie to make it funnier?
I did hear about that. And
That's
I love
probably
it
a
so
good
much.
idea.
I think that's hysterical, and
It needs to...
that fact is probably far funnier than the movie will actually be.
That is quite possible.
Anyway, I'm not super familiar with the whole cast. I know Colin Farrell is in there.
Colin Farrell's in there.
Playing an American guy.
It's a teaser trailer, so we don't learn very much of anything. We see his little briefcase, and it
It's
has
got a little
monsters.
dragon in it, yeah, or something. And then I love the little Muggle lock button, the Muggle safe or whatever it's called. And then he looks at it, it's his clothes. Again, we're getting some of that rolling whimsy. We're getting some of that classic sort of magical stuff, and that's something we hadn't seen in the other Harry Potter movies.
Yeah.
So we're getting new things, which is very cool. I like the setting. I think it looks gorgeous. I really like the New York in the 20s aesthetic, so I think that's very cool.
But it's still shot like a Harry Potter movie. It looks...
Yeah, it's
looks
David
like
Yates. It's David Yates again, so you get kind of that wonky shots and stuff. Not Carry On level, but it is. But it is,
And kind of muted colors.
Yeah. It looks more colorful than like the Deathly Hallows. But
the Deathly Hallows was basically in black and white.
It's just about.
With the exception of
the gloomiest movies.
Like flashes of red from the wands. It's just black and white.
Yeah, you're right. It is basically black and white.
And we don't mind.
No, I loved it though. I thought those were the best movies of the series. Honestly,
they were great.
I loved them. But I love everything
Harry
those
Potter
movies for different reasons.
Literally everything.
Literally everything,
except for all the things that we have complaints about.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I think there are a few of those movies that are objectively just not very good movies, but we
like
incredibly
anyway.
biased. Yeah, I mean, really on a actual critical level, most of those movies aren't that great.
There's about 4 good movies. 1, 3, 7, 7.
Maybe, yeah.
I like
really
6.
I really like 2.
I like 6.
6, yeah.
6 is my favorite book.
It's my favorite book too, which is why I'm surprised that it's one of my favorite movies. because most people who really love that book hate that movie. I don't hate it either. It's my favorite book, and I had a good time. You just have to know that it's going to be different. It's an adaptation.
It's a fun book, and it's the most fun movie.
Yeah, I would say so. You're getting the awkward hormonal stage of them.
Exactly.
That's what we came to see.
Good.
That's what we came to see. Anyway, so Fantastic Beasts Were Fun. There doesn't seem to be very much hormonal issues going on. Everyone is already an adult.
Everyone is an adult.
It looks like, and that's something that I will kind of miss. Obviously, going into it is for me my favorite thing about Harry Potter is the relationships and the characters. And I imagine it's the same for you as well.
Yeah.
And so it's one of those things where it's like, we'll see. It seems like it may be more plot driven than character driven. I'm not necessarily huge on that, but we'll see. We'll
see.
No matter what, it looks whimsical. It looks like a Harry Potter movie,
and that's a good start.
J.K.
Rowling writes good characters, though, so, I mean...
J.K. Rowling wrote the screenplay.
We could end up loving Newt Scamander.
That's true, we could. He could be great.
Even though I think his name's kind of stupid.
It is a silly name.
It's like Newt and Salamander, and it's
but
silly.
But she left Newt as it was, and then decided Salamander.
Changed Salamander.
Names. She's J.K. Rowling. It's fine. It's fine. She's got it under control. she's doing fine. Anyway, I think it's amazing that she wrote the screenplay,
It's beautiful.
That's never a bad idea. I feel like it's a bad idea sometimes to let the author direct it, then you get a maximum overdrive happening with Stephen King. But you also can get a person being a wallflower, so, it just kind of depends.
Yeah.
But the author writing the screenplay and then letting a good director do their thing is always good. It was good with The Exorcist, it was good with Gone Girl, so
Yeah.
it'll be good with this as well. Yeah. I don't know. Anything else we want to talk about? I'm very excited.
I'm gonna see it. I gotta see it as soon as I can, because it's Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And we love Harry Potter.
Yeah, we do.
It's just
This could look like garbage, and we would go see it.
We would go see it.
Because really, this is Harry Potter's. This is their prequels.
Yeah.
we are going
don't
into
say stuff like that.
We are going into an all too familiar situation, and we are behaving in an all too familiar way. So we'll see if history is going to repeat itself or if it's going to show us a good time. Because we've already had Star Wars happen. We've already had the Hobbit movies happen.
Oh, gosh.
So, we'll see. I'm optimistic, though. Because they got the good people on it. It looks good. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. That's what I think. Yeah. So that is trailer treasure for sure. That is
We're
treasure.
gonna treasure it.
Absolutely. Moving on to our second trailer treasure.
Rogue One.
Rogue
where
One.
we have
A Star Wars story.
we have
is that like
Felicity Jones, who played across Eddie Redmayne in The Theory of Everything.
Hey.
There you go. I'm much more excited for Felicity Jones than I was for Eddie Redmayne.
Yeah. She's really cool.
I really like Felicity Jones.
She was great in that movie.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Theory of Everything. She was kind of the underrated one. I felt
Yeah.
like everyone was talking about how amazing he was. Stephen Hawking was like, dude,
She was great.
Great job.
She was great.
Nah. But yeah, no. Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, which is kind of funny to me. It sounds like We're Back, A Dinosaur's Tale. It sounds like, it's kind of a funny subtitle, but whatever.
It's so for those of you who don't know, it's the story of the rebels getting the plans for the Death Star, for the first Death Star.
Yes.
And I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's Star Wars.
It's a fun, simple story.
I love Star Wars so much.
You do.
I
also love Star Wars. Probably not as much as you.
I can
but I really love
sit through the prequels.
That's where he beats me.
I can sit through the prequels and find things that I like about them.
You are a braver man than I. You are a more open-minded man than I.
And it's probably because they're too big of a part of my childhood. I watched them over and over
They
and
were
over.
a really big part of my childhood too. I used to like Jar Jar as a kid, and I just can't go back. I just can't do it.
You're more outraged that you thought they were good at any point.
Maybe I'm more ashamed.
And I'm just like,
you kind of accept it.
hey, you know what? I still can see some good things in them.
I mean, they were movies made for babies, so you're a little kid, you enjoy it, you have a good time because there's poop jokes. There's Jar Jar.
I hate poop jokes. I really do.
As a little kid, what did you think of them then?
I thought they were dumb.
Wow. All right, you were.
Who cares? Let's just
Matt in his high tower.
Move on.
5-year-old who doesn't mind poop jokes.
Are you anti-poop joke shaming me?
I don't know, because that's a very complex question. Boy, did not think we would say poop as many times as we did in the last minute.
Maybe we should cut that out.
I think I'm going to leave it in.
Oh,
I
no.
think it's going to stay. Anyway.
Rogue One looks great.
It looks like a Star Wars movie. And again, I'm going to bash the prequels, but the prequels did not look like Star Wars movies, And yes, canonically, they're Star Wars movies. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. But this, they actually look... They look kind of, they look kind of sleek, but at the same time, it looks like a world that's been lived in.
Yeah.
The
biggest difference between Star Wars and Star Trek is Star Wars has dirt.
Yes, yeah. Star Wars is grittier and it's dirtier. It's a Western,
Yeah.
There are Westerns in space, and this looks like a Western. This doesn't look like a political drama. The other movies were attempting to be in most 6-year-old way possible.
It was.
Anyway, but I think this looks like a ton of fun. I think that this looks like a Star Wars movie, and as every bit as much as The Force Awakens did.
Yeah.
If not more so because it takes place at the same time as the original.
That's
so
true.
Of course, it's going to look more like what we're used to.
That's true. I was very skeptical going into Force Awakens because many good reasons.
Who wasn't? You know.
It
was a mix of I was excited. I was like, okay,
I'm ready to see a new Star Wars movie because I love Star Wars.
I felt the opposite of Han Solo. I had a good feeling about this,
yes.
but I wasn't
opposite
sure.
of every character in the history of Star Wars
that's
who has a bad feeling about this.
That's true. I was different from them. And he totally proved us, that hey, I can handle this.
Yeah.
Well, of course now it's not J.J. Abrams.
Yeah. Who's directing this one?
Rogue One.
Yeah.
Oh, crud. I should have looked that up.
Should look that up.
I feel like it's the Jurassic World guy.
The Jurassic World guy?
I think. Here, let me check it.
Wasn't the guy that did Chronicles supposed to do? Or was that the guy that did Fantastic?
That's the guy who did Fantastic.
That
That
poor,
would be
that poor sucker.
a train wreck. I'm looking it up. Oh, also, Mads Mikkelsen is in this movie, and he was not in the trailer anywhere, which is really bizarre, because Mads Mikkelsen is great.
Mads Mikkelsen's pretty awesome.
He's so great. I have not seen Hannibal, but I have seen The Hunt, which he is incredible in. No, it's the guy who did Godzilla. It was the other big stupid monster movie. that's what I was thinking. It's Gareth Edwards. We'll see.
We'll see.
But it looks very promising.
It does.
I have no idea why Forrest Whitaker's in it, but he's often great. So I'm fine with that.
You don't.
It's cool to have Ghost Dog in there. I can't think of another Forrest Whitaker role. The guy from Panic Room.
the Last King of Scotland.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
What have I actually seen him in, though? Like, what have I actually seen Forrest Whitaker in? I can't even think of something. I have no idea.
I've seen Ghost Dog. I'm proud of it.
I believe you.
I'm glad.
Good.
It looks good.
It does.
What's her name? That character who she looks exactly the same as she did in the.
Mon Mothma.
Mon Mothma looks exactly like
they casted her
Catwoman.
At least physically. They casted her perfectly, and her voice sounds right too. Yeah. They did a great job casting from what we saw in the trailer. Excellent casting on Mon Mothma.
That's I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, whoa, did they get her? And did she not age? I was very confused. She looks great. Felicity Jones looks she's going to be a great character.
She's going to be awesome. I'm excited for Felicity Jones.
Absolutely. She I think she's going to be different from, like Rey or somebody like that. She seems kind of tougher.
Yeah.
She's, I'm a rebel, I rebel. I think she'll, I think she'll be a cool, kind of fun, strong character.
Yeah.
I don't know what Mads Mikkelsen is going to do in this.
Maybe he'll be a villain.
Maybe he'd be a good villain. He's Hannibal,
Yeah.
I haven't seen the show, but it's good.
And there's that guy that might be Grand Moff Tarkin.
Right, you were saying that.
In the
I hadn't
white,
heard about that theory.
The white, he's in the white Nazi uniform with a cape,
flowing Nazi uniform. Yeah.
And there's some speculation that he could be Grand Moff Tarkin, which I would really like. But I don't think that he quite looks old enough to be. Because How long did Rogue One happen before Episode 4?
I guess it's up to them, huh?
Yeah, but
I imagine they just threw George Lucas's notes in the trash. they're just going off their own thing. But I don't know.
That's completely
sorry,
justified.
George, if you're watching this.
If you are, we really like some of your movies.
American Graffiti was a really good movie.
I still haven't seen American Graffiti.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of sad.
That is kind of sad. You gotta check that out.
With Lil Ronnie Howard.
Lil Ronnie Howard. And Lil Richie Dreyfuss. That was a great movie, man. That's a great coming of age movie. That's one of the coming of age movies for sure. If you dig the 50s aesthetic, check out American Graffiti. Yeah, I think Rogue One looks like it's going to be a good time. So far, so good. I would say for both of them. These are both movies.
I'm planning on seeing both of them as soon as I can.
Absolutely, same. Absolutely. These are both movies that have a ton of build-up, obviously. They've had a whole series of movies,
Yeah.
which is funny to think that I think Harry Potter has technically had more movies to build up
It
than Star
has.
Wars, even though Star
It
Wars has been
has.
around for like 50 years. So it's kind of hilarious. It's 40, sorry. But
okay.
Do you forgive me?
I did not tell you were stupid, so there you go.
You only implied it. Anyway, no, it looked...
It'll be 40 years next year.
Yeah. Isn't that funny, though? Like, yeah. Harry Potter's technically had more movies
Yeah,
than
it
Star
has.
Wars. There's been more build-up. That's weird. And it had books, too. Star Wars didn't have books. Don't get me with your extended universe novels, nerds. Don't even try it. I don't care about those things.
Nothing.
Clearly, the filmmakers don't either.
Nothing canonically counts except for the TV shows.
Do those canonically count?
I'm pretty sure that the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels count.
Interesting. I don't think any of the new movies are gonna care about the cartoons.
I
or
haven't
the
watched
books.
either of them.
Which
Actually,
is
no. I
fine.
watched the first couple episodes of Clone Wars the other day.
Oh really?
Pretty good.
Like the CG one.
Yeah.
I was just kind of put off by the style of it, but maybe I'll have to get over that at some point and give it a watch.
You have to go check out D. Bradley Baker being every single clone.
That sounds cool.
It's a good time.
That sounds pretty cool. I'm only familiar with the Gendy Tartakovsky 2D traditional.
Oh,
It was awesome. You know,
Yeah.
it was Samurai Jack with Star Wars, which is awesome. That was really cool.
Yeah.
I
need to.
Hopefully I didn't completely butcher his name. Gendy.
You probably did.
Oh.
We're gonna butcher a lot of names.
Sorry, Gendy. Yeah, we're both huge fans of both of these series.
Literally our two favorite series.
Yeah.
I want to say.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So obviously there's a lot of hype, there's a lot of expectations, there's a lot of things to look forward to, there's a lot of things to be wary of. So we have a lot of mixed emotions, and we are ready to see what they do with them.
Yeah. I'm less wary about Rogue One because we just had a good Star Wars movie.
That's true. Yeah, this is riding out the coattails of a good Star Wars movie. So,
But
Sorry
we have
about that,
never
Groundhog.
had a Harry Potter movie as bad as some of the Star Wars movies.
that's true.
So, a little give and take, but...
Harry Potter 5 is way better than 1, 2, or 3 of the Star Wars movies. For me.
I'd say,
I'm sorry.
I'd say
but
Harry
for
Potter
me-
5 is on the same level as 3.
As 3? Ugh. Agree to disagree. Imelda Staunton. she takes a cake.
Okay.
She wins every time.
Imelda
so-
Staunton was perfect casting.
She was perfect casting.
She's a wonderful woman.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to talk about that.
We'll have to talk about a lot of
When
things
we
eventually.
When we do that
I just
8-day Harry
in
Potter
such
cycle.
a Harry Potter mood. We should just have it right now.
All right, here we go.
We're the Critical Cousins, and we treasure these trailers.
We love you very much.